Hi everyone, it's Dr. Prashant here, and I'm a pediatric surgeon practicing here in Pune, India. And along with my surgical practice, I also work as a health and wellness coach since last almost 8 years now. I'm a member of Medical Advisory Board at WQ Community and also a featured wellness coach at WQ Community. Okay, I run my own online platform which is called as the Online Obesity Clinic, and we help doctors to lose weight at the rate of 2 to 4 kgs per month, 100% guaranteed and sustainable. And if you don't get the results, you don't pay. All right. So with this, let's jump to the topic, okay, which we want to discuss. All right. And today's topic is about the tips for workouts for beginners. Okay. Last time we had talked about what are the problems which are associated with excessive workouts. Today, we are going to talk about workout tips, especially for beginners. So if you're a beginner, the first thing that you should notice is you should understand your health. Okay. And understand your capacity. That is very, very important. Okay. Because when I started, workouts at the age of 36, at that time, there was nobody to guide me about these workouts. Okay. And I just followed what was being told in the gym. And I had a lot of aches and pains, and I learned it the hard way. And these are the practical tips which I have personally learned over a period of time. I have executed them in my clients also. And these are absolutely, valuable tips. Okay. So the first thing is understand your health. What do you mean by that? Let's say if you have some heart problem, are you going to do this workouts in the same fashion like for other people? Absolutely not. All right, because you have a heart problem, you should be slow. If you have a kidney disease, if you have knee joint pains, osteoarthritis, severe osteoarthritis, and you're not able to walk also 500 meters, okay, or probably, 1 kilometer also, can you do the workouts in the same way? Can you do the treadmill like other people? Absolutely not. Okay. If you're overweight, let's say 120 kgs, 130 kgs, can you run like other people? Can you do strength training like other people? Absolutely not. So the first tip that you should understand is that understand your capacity and understand your health. If you have any health issues, it is better to take advice from a coach who is experienced and who can guide you properly. Okay, rather than trying to do like what other people are doing. And always understand one thing, let's say for example, if you want to learn cricket and if Sachin Tendulkar is your hero, you can't play like Sachin Tendulkar from day one. Okay, you have to play gully cricket, then probably you have to, play at the school level, then you have to go to a gym khana, and then, probably you'll have to play Ranji, state level, then national level, then international level. So that's the way that you have to escalate yourself. So the first tip which I'll suggest, okay, everyone, is be slow to begin with. Okay, understand your body capacity. You do not want to do too much workouts on day one itself so that you are taking rest for the rest 1 week. And then, again coming back to the workout and again having that pain and again taking rest. That doesn't make any sense. So be slow to begin with. All right. This is the first tip. Second tip, okay, you should also understand that when you're doing the workout, okay, if you get exhausted or if you're tired, okay, and if you're not able to do that many number of repetitions, which, otherwise the other people are doing, always understand that take rest. Okay. The rest is very, very important. So let's say if you're doing a workout, if, somebody is doing, you're doing an online workout and somebody is doing 10 repetitions. And if you get exhausted with 2, 3 repetitions, then you should stop. You should not force yourself too much. Understood? Otherwise, that can create problems, especially if you're a beginner. Now, once you start doing it slowly and steadily, then, you can always escalate on this. All right. The third thing which I'll always recommend you is that always, 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 and this is extremely critical, that you should be having a warm up and a cool down. This is mandatory, extremely important. Why warm up and a cool down? Okay. Now, when you're doing a warm up, you're basically sending a message to your muscles, bones, ligaments, tendons, that you are actually preparing your body for some exercises. All right, now your body is prepared. You'll also find that you have to free up your joints. Okay, so neck joints, the shoulder joints, the elbows, all the joints you have to free up before you start the workout, because there is a pressure which is exerted on the joints. So all the joints should be freed up. That is one thing. You'll also find that if you do the warm up, then you have that flexibility which can help you during the time of workouts. Okay, so warm up is extremely important. Do not skip warm up. Okay, I see a lot of people that, if there is a live workout, then if you skip the first 5 to 10 minutes, the warm up is missed, and then you're jumping directly to the workout. That doesn't make any sense. All right, you will end up with injuries because of that. Okay, cool down is another thing which is very, very important. Why? Because when you do the workout, there is accumulation of lactic acid, and if you do a stretching, okay, post workout, then this stretching can help you for clearing up this lactic acid so that the pain which is there post-workout is less. Not only that, but stretching, adequate stretching post-workout will actually help you for increasing your flexibility also. So make sure that you have the warm-up and the cool-down. All right. Let's say if you don't have 45 minutes time, if you have 30 minutes time only, make sure that you have that warm-up and cool-down included within that 30 minutes time period. Okay. Just because you have 30 minutes doesn't mean that you are going to skip warm-up and you're going to skip cool-down. You'll do only the main workout. No. Warm up and cool down, both are very, very important. Now, the next tip is this, that if you're doing strength training, always remember that in strength training, technique is more important than the number of repetitions. Okay, let's say if you're doing a push-up, okay, then you should, if you're doing squats, if you're doing lunges, you should understand that this technique is very, very important, okay, than the number of repetitions. If you want to know the technique, you can go on YouTube and understand what are the techniques of different workouts. And there are many videos which can help you explain all the details about what is the correct technique of doing it. Okay, and understand these techniques and try to follow these techniques. These are very, very important things. Now the next tip is this, that whenever you're starting the workout, and even in maintenance, all right, even if you have learned it, okay, until and unless you're not into bodybuilding, 45 to 50 minutes of workout is good enough. All right. Understand this, okay? 45 to 50 minutes. I see some people doing 1.5 hours, 2 hours. Now, if you're doing 1.5, 2 hours, you should also remember that you should supply the nutrition also in that much quantities. All right. You also need that much rest also to recover. Okay. If you don't have that much amount of rest to recover, then definitely, 45 to 50 minutes, if most of us are not into bodybuilding. So, 45 to 50 minutes is a good time. All right. And that too, if you do 5 days in a week, it's good enough. 4 to 5 days in a week is good enough. All right. Okay. We want to do it for long term. Okay. And 4 to 5 days in a week consistently will help you a lot. Understood? Okay. And you should have at least 1 day of rest. एक दिन तो कम से कम हमारा रेस्ट का होना ही चाहिए. Body needs time to recover. And on those days, you can just do light walking. All right. And that can help you. Rest is also very important for recovery. Okay. Now, once you are putting this, okay, 45 to 50 minutes, 4 to 5 days in a week with intermittent rest, you will find that actually your strength is increasing and you can do more workouts within that 45 to 50 minutes of time. I had seen that personally happening with me. Okay. And it will happen with you as well. Okay. Now, let's say if you're a doctor and, or else, any other professional, and you have a sleepless night and you do workouts regularly in the morning. And if your sleep is inadequate overnight and you have to choose whether you should sleep for an extra hour or whether you should go for workout, what should you choose? So if you have a sleepless night, then rest is more important than workouts. Okay. Because if you are doing workout, if your sleep is less, you're already stressed out. Your body is already stressed out. Within that stress, if you're doing workouts, it's an additional stress. It's not going to help you at all. Okay. In fact, it is going to create more problems for you by more free radical damage, more cortisol, and more problems. Okay. So understand this concept that, if sleep and workout, if you have to choose one, then sleep is a priority, especially if you have a sleepless night. And this is very important for we doctors because we have emergencies at night time. And then, if your, night is fired, it is better to sleep rather than doing the workouts. Okay. Another thing is, there are some people who do workouts in the evening hours. Okay. Now, this is especially important tip for them. Now, what happens is that I don't recommend doing workouts in the evening hours. Okay. Now, why do I don't recommend, doing workouts in the evening hours? So what happens is that we work throughout the day. By the end of the day, we get exhausted. Our body is already stressed out. You want to relax. Actually, your body wants to relax. And at that time, you're going to the gym for workout. Now, that is, again, the same problem. Okay, like your body is already stressed out and you're doing workouts. It's an additional stress. It will create more problems. Okay. So what I would recommend is that if you feel exhausted, then you should not do workouts. Rest is more important. Okay. And fix a time for workouts. And I would recommend that morning hours is the best time for workouts. Okay. If you're doing workouts in the morning hours, what happens is that overnight you have rested enough. Kafi rest ho chuka hai overnight. We had a good sleep. When you get up in the morning, you're fresh. Okay. And then you can do the workout with, with a body which is prepared for the workout. You can actually prepare your body with good pre-workout hydration. And during the workouts, then, you are able to put in that intensity also. Okay. So morning time is the best time. Another reason why morning time is the best time because Evenings are unpredictable, especially if we are a doctor or especially if, any other profession also. Evenings are more or less unpredictable. हमारे हाथ में नहीं रहता है. हमारे evening में कुछ काम निकल आ गया, हमको यहाँ पे जाना है, we want to go here, there, and blah, blah, blah. And then at that time, it becomes difficult that, you have to choose, oh, I had that work to do. And then, I also had the workout. And then most of the times, a lot of people, they land up skipping the workout. So morning is something which is in our control and we can adjust it. We can get up earlier and finish off the workout. And then, we are done for the rest of the day. So evenings are, something which is unpredictable, not in our control. And that is why I recommend morning workouts are the best time to do the workouts. Okay. Now also understand that, let's say due to any XYZ reason, let's say if you're overweight, like 120 kgs, 130 kgs, then workout is something which is not for you. Okay, because probably it can exert a lot of pressure on, especially on your joints and all that. So in those cases, what you should understand is that you read the signals from your body and see what is within your capacity. So a lot of my clients who are very massively overweight, then what I recommend them is that you start with step count. Okay, and this step count is very, very important. The benchmark is to hit 10,000 steps. All right. Now, when you start off with the benchmark of 10,000 steps, initially you may not be able to reach that 10,000 steps on day one. But what happens is, like, we first calculate the baseline. So let's say if your baseline is 4,000 steps, then what you can do is that you escalate from 4,000 to 5,000 steps, maintain it for 1 week, get comfortable with 5,000 steps. Then again, increase it to 6,000 steps, maintain it for 1 week, get comfortable with it. Okay, you should be able to do it comfortably. Then escalate to 7,000, 8,000, 9,000, 10,000, and then you're hitting that 10,000 benchmark. Okay. Now, once you're losing weight consistently, once you're gaining your, strength also while you're on your weight loss, okay, then eventually there will be a time where you yourself get a feeling that, yes, this is the time that I can do the workouts. All right. Typically what I see is that I ask people to come below 100. And then, we introduce light workouts like yoga, maybe, something which they can easily tolerate, light cardio, light strength training. And then we escalate slowly and steadily over that. Okay. And that is how they are actually able to, do the workouts without any injuries and without any harmful effects. Okay. So this is a very, very important tip for a lot of you, especially if you are too much overweight. And especially if you feel that, workout is something which you cannot do, but step count is something which you can do, then this is something which you can definitely execute. Last but not the least, very important tip is you want to be consistent. Okay. Always remember, in exercises, consistency pays off. Okay. We do not want somebody who will do workouts for 1 to 2 days in a week. And then, every week you are doing only 1 to 2 days, 1 to 2 days. Doesn't make any sense. Or else if you do, workout for 1 week in a month, and for the rest of the month, you are not doing any workouts, it doesn't make any sense. Okay. That is not consistency. All right. So consistency means you're doing 4 to 5 days in a week consistently for a long period of time. Okay. Once you develop this habit, then you are unstoppable. Okay. Even if you have a break, once you come back, you will again, jump back to your usual routine as earlier. Okay. So these are some of the tips which I wanted to talk about. I hope these tips were helpful for you. And if you're embarking on your journey on your workouts as a beginner, then do take note of all these steps. I hope this video helps you. Thank you very much for listening. Stay tuned.